Hey, I keep meaning to make a live reaction to me reading a volume, but whenever I get my hands on a volume, I just don't have the time to do that. It's a very accursed cycle, and I apologize for it. But be comfortable in the knowledge that I didn't have any big reactions to this one. Not that it wasn't enjoyable, I do like this volume, but I have to address the immediate elephant in the room that carried itself in my brain throughout reading this. In the very first chapter, we are introduced to the most problematic girlfriend to be introduced thus far. Okay, I can't say that in good conscience when Hahari exists, but this is Inchio, Rentaro's cousin, and first-year junior high school student. Now, I don't want to harp on this too long, because there are a lot of hypocritical feelings I have towards this when I have less of a problem with other things. I understand that this is fiction, so I have a firm grasp on the fact that, in reality, I would not condone most of the stuff that happens in this manga. But the point is that this isn't reality, and I don't have a stick up my ass, so I'm able to go with the flow and have fun. I could easily do that with the cousin part. It's sick in the real world, but a manga's gonna manga. I have real problems to worry about. It's just the first year junior high school student that really rubs me the wrong way, and I have a hard time coping with that. It's different from Kurumi, who is only a year younger than Rentaro. Again, my thought processes on this have hypocrisies, but I'm only human, okay? I can't help feeling the way I feel about this, and I feel wrong. But with my distaste made clear, I do like Chio's character overall. She is introduced with a touching moment, one that continues to prove that Rentaro is the best rom-com protagonist of all time. Chio is the only child of a single father and has pretty bad OCD, which is played comedically because this manga will never be that serious. Basically, whenever anything is in disorder, she gets visibly irate and immediately works to fix it. Her tendencies to be reliable and take care of things led her to getting a lot of pressure put on her shoulders from her class and also herself. Rentaro notices this and, relating to it, tells her that she doesn't have to be so responsible. Not everything is her responsibility. It is a touching and sweet moment that adds Chio to the Rentaro family, despite already being a member technically. Anyway, back to Chio's OCD and her kind of freaking out whenever she sees things that are in disorder. Yeah, the next chapter she meets the harem. It goes exactly how you think it goes. But at the end, she realizes her fixing everyone led to everything being worse, basically, and comes to terms with the Rentaro family and the fact that there's just no fixing them. Then we have an entire chapter dedicated to the 100 Girlfriends merch, and if things had gone as planned, this is where I would be plugging my merch store. But that isn't quite ready just yet. Long story short, WordPress is my enemy, and hopefully I will have a merch store ready soon. For now, I'll just ask that you kindly like this video and subscribe to the channel for more 100 Girlfriends content in the future. Next month, the anime comes out, so I'll be making plenty of videos about that. I would have made videos on the trailers, but for some reason, I can't find any with subtitles, and it feels weird reacting to something I just flat out cannot understand in any facet. It pisses me off. But anyway, this chapter was fun and silly. I just wish they had better merch. Just not a keychain guy. After this, it's another Chio-centric chapter, where she puts a ban on kissing when they're at school. She doesn't even go there, so I don't even know how she would know, but everything works out in the end as per usual after more kissing zombie nonsense. But then we have a meme chapter, and yes, I am still calling her that. The school newspaper is trying to do an expose on her, seeing as she's so mysterious. Meme has evaded them so far, but the chief, Toru, knows how to rip off Demon Slayer and uses total concentration to snap a pic. I am not kidding about that. Next, Toru threatens to get a face shot, a shot of Meme's face, and it's up to the Rentaro family to help her. Initially, Hahari tries to use her authority to stop it, but she gets legitimately blackmailed in a scene that is just genuinely serious in tone. Like, Reality just kind of slipped into the story for a second there. So instead, they settle for a training arc with Meme in a bunny suit so that she can try and push her disappearing act to its absolute limits. When that fails, it's Mimimi to the rescue. Rather than just use little toys to act as a diversion, Meme uses Mimimi's beauty to her advantage, to be a distraction. Quite literally saving face. Honestly, I just love Meme. She is my second favorite character behind Shizuka so far. Chapter 56, which is the first time I'm ever mentioning numbers here, has Rentaro being sleepy, so the girls decide to have a lap pillow battle royale. He rests his head on each lap for a bit and has a little dream sequence related to each girl. Meme's was an Ava reference for some reason. That one kinda lost me, but hey, Meme in a plug suit. Everyone else was basically what you expected for each girl. Everyone was on brand. Even a single panel of just moaning for Hakari. But now, it is time for the prophecy to be fulfilled. Back when I reviewed Volume 3, I was told by Jake Frick 8660 to just wait for the cowboy. And I'll tell you that it was the first time that phrase has ever made me that excited, and I've heard that phrase a lot. Natty is the 13th girlfriend to be introduced because she is representing the 13 colonies that started the good old US of A. She's a rootin' tootin' hot-blooded American babe that's all about freedom and teaching Japanese. Yeah, she's actually an Ameribu, the inverse of a weeb for those who don't know. Born to the very traditional Yamamoto family, Narashiko had a very strict upbringing. She became obsessed with America and its idea of freedom when she stumbled across a videotape of an American movie. It didn't reference a specific one, surprisingly, but it just showed kids her age at the time being your typical rambunctious American kids. That put her down a path of being an Ameribu that eventually got her disowned from her family, but at least she has her freedom. Kinda hope that comes up later. Be fun. Anyway, her introduction to the family chapter involves a fashion show. She wants the girls and Rentaro to have freedom of expression and wear the outfits that they truly desire. Honestly, I was surprised because there was less skin than I was expecting. Also, as an aside, I do love how Shizuka and Nano seem to be getting gayer for each other with each chapter. Well, it's technically more bi, but as a bisexual myself, I must say that getting gayer is just more fun to say. But that is neither here nor there. For the last chapter, the family gets stuck in a photo booth. How they all got in there in the first place is a mystery. So it's all about them trying to get out. Highlights include more Shizuka and Nano shipping, wall slam, Chio and Kasuri having a genuinely sweet and wholesome moment, and Natty and Hari being down bad for each other. The manga ends with a bonus chapter that can be summed up with a clip of a dead meme. I would say the terrors of reading a referential manga years after its original Japanese release, but that meme came out 5 years before this volume did. Anyway, despite my previously stated issue at the top, I very much enjoyed this volume. All things considered, it was pretty down to earth, for 100 Girlfriends anyway, which was refreshing as I did feel the previous volume went a bit too crazy for my tastes. A lovely mix of fun hijinks, tender moments, and shameless plugging. What did you think of Volume 7 of the 100 Girlfriends who really, 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 really love you? Leave your thoughts down below, I'm very interested to find out. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to catch you next time in the void. Later.